about that. I had to adjust the lighting because I thought it would look a lot easier on the eyes versus the live stream setup I was doing, how I was going about it. So I switched to the wireless lav mic for distance reasons, and I like the setup that I'm going with. But this couch sits a little lower. This is the donated couch that my family and I received today from other family members, and I just want to say thank you for that blessing if you're watching this live stream. But yeah, tonight, y'all, I want to talk about what I've been up to, man. What I've been up to. Who, as you guys could tell, the last couple of videos, my wife, and my kids and I, we moved to a new location and we moved to a new apartment. So dealing with moving and dealing with putting stuff in storage and taking stuff out of storage, working a 9 to 5, and just getting ready for summer vacation while having to move was kind of sucky. I'm gonna fix this real quick because we look a little crooked. Y'all, I do apologize. But yeah, I want to talk about summer plans for the vlog. I do plan on having a travel vlog and everything for all those who are interested in seeing that type of content, because for the longest time I wanted to vlog my experience, traveling to Idaho, right? When I first was moving from Philadelphia to out here, I wanted to vlog the experience, but I didn't know how to go about it. I would see constant YouTube channels based on like vlogs and stuff like that, but I didn't know much about them. During that time, one of the prom YouTubers, was Casey Neistat, and I didn't know much about the YouTube platform or vlogging. But now that I'm starting to getting an understanding of it, it's a lot easier for me to create content, vlog, live stream. And I know it's been quite a while. Like, I had a few viewers ask me like months ago, this is not recently, but months ago, they asked me why I stopped live streaming. And that's because YouTube recognized my channel as a live streaming channel. And hold on, I gotta read that real quick. Mark, yo, what up? What up? What up? What up, everybody? Yo, what's up? Thank you guys for joining tonight's live stream. It's a chilled stream tonight, man. It's kind of humid out there. I would try to take this outside, but there's no lights where I live. Like, there's no street lights, so it will look like pitch black outside when not. So hold on, I'm gonna read some of these comments real quick. Give me just a sec, y'all. Give me just a sec. Kept you waiting, I'm new to the channel. What do you usually do? Major shout out to Big Boss. What I usually do is vlog, live streams, poetry content, life advice, and just chill. Ryan Manolo, major shout out to you. What's up with you? Thank you for jumping in the live stream, Big Boss. Arthur Morgan Jr., yo, what's up? Thank you for joining tonight's live stream. Mark, thank you for joining tonight's live stream. God bless you guys. Thank you for chilling with me tonight. Man, so recently I decided to step into the territory of vlogging, right? Because I had a viewer just now ask me what I usually do here on the channel. I usually do poetry content, life advice content, relationship content. And it wasn't until I started watching Jaquan Shuford, major shout out to Jaquan Shuford. I started watching a lot of his content, and major shout out to Damo Straight Go. I started watching some of his stuff too, and I started getting to vlogging. And Jaquan, he broke down the methods, how to set up a tripod, how to just talk to the camera like no one's looking, and how not to feel so nervous about it. Like, there was a lot of content creators that I started getting into once I really stepped into the territory of vlogging. One being Chris Meets Chris and Louis Hermosillo. Like, man, that definitely blew my mind when I got into watching them and everything. But yeah, that's what content I usually do. Vlogging is something I'm still new to. As you guys can see, the last couple of videos. The reason why I haven't been able to live stream is because I work a busy 9 to 5, and Sometimes it's a 12-hour shift, rarely, but it's mainly a 10-hour shift. And by the time I come home, I'm beat. But tonight was, early day. Wait, today was an early day, and I figured, why not get back in the live streaming and talk to the chat? You know what I mean? God bless you guys. Thank you all for showing me all the love and support, man. Showing the channel all the love and support, for real. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, moving into the new crib, it was a process. It was a process, man. And when I sit back and think about everything that the Lord has blessed me with, man, is above anything I have ever thought or asked. Because there's a prayer in the Word of God that says, now to him who is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we ask or think, according to the power that works in us. And the Lord definitely went above and beyond with the blessing he gave me and my family, man, for real. And now that I got a bigger crib, I figured it was time to live stream, man. It was time to get back into vlogging and stuff. The downside is it's not much to see out here. Like, when I usually vlog, as you guys see my older videos from like last year, the year before that, it was like a whole neighborhood to walk through. You know what I mean? So you got to see the sights of where I was walking to, you got to see stores and stuff like that. But out here is just straight road for miles. And then it's a gas station or about 5 or 6 miles from here is a gas station and whatnot. But man, it's been crazy, y'all. It's been crazy. But I'm getting back into the swing of things, I'm gonna read some of these comments again. Give me just a sec. I love to see y'all interacting with each other in the comments. For real. That blesses my heart because, man, it's been so long since I did live stream, man. And a lot of the live streams I usually do here on the channel, people usually interact with each other. And I just want this to be a space where everybody can just communicate and get along and just chill out and just have a good time. I used to do live streams where I play background music, but YouTube put a kibosh on that because I was in the middle of a live stream. I was listening to some Frankie Beverly and Maze, right? Playing some oldies, right? The song Before I Let Go, right? Was playing that a couple years ago, and everybody in the chat was like, "Oh, that's my jam. Yo, how you know about that song? How you know about that song or whatnot?" Right? YouTube straight came in and was like, "Yo, you are playing copyrighted material. And we are forced to end your live stream unless you cut off the music." I said, "Bruh, oh man, no, not the music." Because I love to vibe with my chat and have a good time with y'all, man. Like, usually I would do a live stream in a day, but it was a very busy day. Like I said, I was helping my family move all this furniture stuff in here. I'm about to show you guys in a little bit. Yeah, we was moving to that right there, that chair. We got that recliner, that little couch real quick, that little table and stuff like that. Just to have some furniture in the crib, man. Major shout out to you if you got family that's willing to help. I'm gonna put you guys on the table real quick. Give me just a sec. So we are at level for real, man. My wife and my kids, we were drawing earlier. Like my daughter was doing a sketch and I was helping her with it. Give me just a sec. I'll put this lamp on the floor. It's a little hot in the crib because the AC units went out, man. I'm getting them fixed this week though. But yeah, whoa. I almost dropped my tripod, y'all. This isn't a real stable tripod. I'm gonna get a replacement. I usually keep one of those Amazon basic tripods, which is a lot taller and they're more stable to where I could sit them in the middle of the room, get up and talk to you guys. And, because I got laundry, I got to fold, clean laundry, I got to put away and stuff like that. But I could usually do that while talking to you guys. But this tripod is much shorter. It's a newer, flexible tripod. It's like for all the content creators on the go. And if you're vlogging outside, you can use the legs to be wrapped around a tree pole or a wire gate or something like that. If you are trying to set up a specific scene or something, or use a different angle or something like that for your vlogs. That's what I'm using right now. I'm show you guys. Hold on. This one right here. It's flexible tripod. It sucks, guys. It truly does suck, man, because Man. And long story short, I usually, like I said, I usually like to play music, get the live stream going. It's a little warm in my house because I got the lights on, and my AC units, we got to get them fixed this week, boy. I'm telling you, chat. I'm telling you. And yeah, so I had to switch to the wireless mic because that bad boy over there, the cord wasn't long enough. I had the podcast mic because I was gonna do it like a podcast live stream or something like that, but it wasn't long enough. So I get some air on me, y'all. But yeah, I hope y'all all had an amazing, beautiful, and blessed day, man. It was, for me, it was go, go, go since I got off of work, and I am beat, y'all. I'm beat, man. I'm beat for real. What are you guys' summer plans for this summer? Are you excited about the summer? You know, do you have any plans for the summer, or are you just going to grind all summer and then in the fall, are you going to take any vacations? Let me know in the chat below if you guys plan on taking any vacation time. You know what I mean? Where do you guys plan on going? What you guys got planned for your kids, for yourselves, for your friends, for any coworkers that you're planning on taking a vacation with? I know that I want to go to Utah for one. Then my daughter said she want to go to Hawaii and whatnot, and that's an amazing trip for real. If we're able to take a trip to Hawaii, that'd be dope. But I don't have that much vacation time saved up, unfortunately, because I would like to take a 1 week vacation to Hawaii, take my whole family, and just have a good time, y'all. So what do you guys like to do, man? Like when it comes to the summer, let me know in the comments below, man. Comment with each other if you like to, take any vacation time. Do you like to travel? Traveling your thing? Staying home playing video games your thing? Playing music is your thing? You know what I mean? Writing poetry? Let me know in the comments below, ladies and gentlemen. For real. But sorry, I was talking to my son. For real. I'm usually a homebody. That's what's crazy, chat. I'm usually a homebody. I'm not the type that go anywhere. But since I got married and kids, I gotta keep them happy. My wife was like, "Babe, why don't you ever like to go anywhere? Why do you like staying at home?" It's hard to explain. I know that saying home is where the heart is, but after a long day, y'all, it feels good to just come home and chill out. I mean, don't get me wrong. A vacation, ooh, at the beginning of the summer, ooh, boy, nothing beat a vacation at the beginning of the summer, chat. And that's for real. That's for real, man. If you are in a blessed opportunity to do something special for yourself, for your family, your friends, your coworkers, hey, take a vacation, take a road trip. My thing is the car shows, man. The amount of car shows that's happening this summer is crazy, y'all. The amount of car shows, it's crazy because we got something called the Regatta, right? The Regatta is like a racing boat show, and that'll be here in about a few weeks, like at the end of the month, like June 26th to 28th, bro. And I didn't get into that till about a few years ago. Like I remember I was walking through the park, and this is like before I met my wife and everything. And long story short, I go across the water and I look, it was this daggone speedboat. That went by so fast, boy. And it caught my attention. I said, yo, I gotta go check it out. And I seen crowds and crowds and crowds of people. The area was packed. They had concert going. They had the races going, like all the boat races going, bruh. Like there was two boat racers. I think they put a bet on these two racers, right? And it was a blue boat and it was a yellow speedboat. And the yellow speedboat just took off. I said, yo, it was crazy. And the way that yellow boat was skipping in the water, I thought it was going to flip or bounce or something. But it didn't. It maintained the speed after, a couple of jumps. But that yellow boat took off on that blue boat. That was crazy. So I started getting into the regatta the last couple years, and that's what I'm looking forward to this summer. My wife, She wants to take the kids to an amusement park. Last time I've been to an amusement park, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I got absolutely scared on this one ride. It was I don't know if you guys ever heard of Lagoon in Utah, but you got a ride called the Rocket. Hear me out. Hear me out. It was called the Rocket. Let that sink in. The Rocket. Right? I got on that bad boy. I held on real good because they had the shoulder straps. And long story short, it did a countdown. It counted down from 10. And all you seen was the smoke underneath the off the of the rod, the smoke, you know what I mean? The fake smoke they got going off. And I noticed my flip-flop was a little loose. I tried to adjust my flip-flop. That joint said right up in the air. I said, oh, I don't know. I closed my eyes once I got to a certain height. Once I got to see the car dealership that was outside the amusement park, nope, I closed my eyes. I was like, nope. And I held on. Like this one dude next to me, because, you know, you sit in the row and then there's another row on the other side. And on the end of each row is seats too. So the guy sitting next to me, he had his arms like, ah! I was like, no, not me, buddy, not me. I'm holding on for dear life. I had the belt on like this with my eyes closed, like, breathe. And it goes up, shoots all the way up, and it comes down, shoots up real quick, and then comes down slow. Boy, my wife wanted to go a second time. I said, nope, Like my neck was hurting. I was tired. I was scared, y'all. And I don't do so good with heights. I really do not do so good with heights, Chet. I'm afraid of heights. You know, so my wife and my kids, they went on all the amusement park rides. They went on all the roller coasters. They went on a roller coaster. It was like the Dragon or something like that. And it goes and then it spins. And then it goes like, you know what I mean? It goes back over, then it spins real good. And then it goes all the way up. And I was like, nope. My wife was like, babe, let's get on this ride together. Like, cause her and the kids got done the first round. And she was like, babe, let's get on this ride together. I said, nope, not at all. Not at all. When I saw them go up that roller coaster hill all the way up to the top, sit there and they dip down, I said, no, I would have passed out, bro. I was like, yeah, that one.
That was the 3 flats.
Yeah, I was like, no, I'm good. No, I'm good, y'all. I was like, no, I'm good. No, when I saw them go up that hill and just sit there for a little bit and then dip down, I said, nope.
It's fine. I want to go a second time.
No, y'all. See, my daughter crazy, y'all. I was like, heck, nah, I ain't doing that. But at the end of the day, I'm down to actually take my kids to an amusement park this summer. You know what I mean? Now, I did go whitewater rafting in a sense. Hear me out. I did go whitewater rafting at Lagoon, and they got these big yellow rafters and whatnot that you got to get in as a family. It's funny because none of the boys got wet. All the girls got wet. Like my wife, her youngest daughter, and her oldest daughter all got wet. Me, my son, my oldest son, and my youngest son, none of us got wet. We went all through the ride. We was all bouncing around. Yeah, see, I wasn't doing that. Like after we got on the whitewater raft and all the boys was dry at the end of the ride, it was hilarious. All the girls got wet. But it was a fun time, man. That's the thing. I love to, do stuff like that because when I was younger, my friends and I, we would go to Wildwood Beach. And if you don't know what Wildwood is, it's a beach that's like very close to like Pennsylvania, but it's not really Pennsylvania. You know what I mean? It looked like it's in Pennsylvania, but it's not really. But at the end of the day, me and my friends, we would go to Wildwood Beach and we would have a good time. And we don't have beaches out here in Idaho. This place is landlocked. I'm telling you, you got rivers, you have lakes. There is no ocean. There is no beach. Idaho is landlocked. If you're looking for a beach, the Gem State ain't it. It's not it, y'all. You might want to go over a state over to like Oregon or something, or back, go to California, Florida, something like that if you're looking for a beach, because there is none out here. Absolutely none, sadly. And that's one of the things that blew my mind, man. When I moved out here in the summer, my first year in 2016. I was all right, cool. I started shopping for beach towels. I started shopping for swimming trunks and stuff like that. And one of my buddies, he was like, "What are you getting all that stuff for, Matt?" I was like, "Yo, we going to the beach. Yo, we like, yo, I got some time off this weekend." I said, "I got 4 days off because I worked a schedule where I was at a factory. It was 3 days on 1 week, 4 days off that same week. And the next week, it was 4 days on, 3 days off. But it was 12-hour shifts. But anyway, it was my 4-day weekend. So I said, all right, cool. I'm going to go get some towels. I'm going to get some swimming trunks. You know, we're going to do the whole shebang, and we're going to have a good time. And my coworker, he broke it to me. He said, Matt, sorry to tell you, I don't know if Philly got any beaches, but we don't have none here. I said, bro, stop playing. What? I said, run that by me again. He said, we don't have none here. I said, bro, run that by me again. He said, this place is landlocked. And he showed me the geographical map of the gem states. I said, bro, no, no, man. So that was my summer plans. But now I'm going to start getting back into poetry performances, probably do a few outdoor poetry performances. This table is wobbly, y'all. I don't want to lean on it too much. But besides spending time with my wife and my kids, I'm going to start doing like poetry performances live. You know what I mean? So my stand is a little wobbly, my microphone stand. So I'm going to have to order a new one. But I'll do like a hanging mic poetry performance, probably from the house. And I'll live stream it so you guys can, you know, see a poetry performance. I was thinking about a tiny desk poetry performance. Sometime once I get a new microphone stand so you guys can have some spoken word, you know what I mean? To set the vibe, to set the evening. You know how we used to do, man. And that's one of the things I love doing here on the channel is spoken word, because I'm just in my element. I'm just me being myself, you know what I mean? Just relax, chill. You know, there is no script. There is no, there's no random stuff, you know what I mean, going on. It's just nice, chill setting, like a city park, early in the evening, early in the morning, and in the poetry performance, man. I remember I did a poetry performance, and it was in the winter. Like when I first started bringing them back on the channel, I did one in December, and the park was super empty, and it was freezing cold. Like I could barely hold on to the mic. And I was holding on to the stand, and I was doing a poetry performance by trying to read from my other phone. I was like, excuse me, y'all. I was trying to read the poem from the other phone, and I was just out there freezing. Like it was frosty cold, like -2. And I was like, ooh, ooh, ooh. You know what I mean? I just did the poetry performance, and then once I recorded it, I was done. I was back in the car. I was out, y'all. But I love doing stuff like that because poetry has always been my talent. It's always been my gift, and it's always been something I've been very passionate and driven about. So I'm going to be bringing those on a live stream as well this summer. And so that way we can get back into poetry performances. You guys can also drop a few of your favorite poems in the live stream. Like if you wrote some poems that are your favorite, if you have a friend who has some favorite poems, you know what I mean? Get their permission to say, hey, you know, can you like let me have this in the live stream or whatnot, and share your poem or your friend's poem or whoever poem in the live stream and everything. And like we could just have a chill vibe, you know what I mean? Having poetry performances and everything, man. For real, I love that stuff. I love that stuff. I love sharing the art and the literature of poetry with everybody all over the world. But I got to get some sleep, ladies and gentlemen. I got to get up at 5 in the morning. I enjoyed talking to y'all tonight. I thank you guys for all love and support. I'll probably do a poetry performance tomorrow on a live stream. I'm thinking about it, chat. I'm really thinking about it. And what's cool about my DJI Action 4, because right now I'm using my smartphone because I haven't charged my DJI Action 2 or 4 at all, like in the last few days. So I got to actually charge those tonight, but I can live stream from those. So I don't have to use my smartphone to actually live stream. I can live stream from my DJI Action 4 and read the poem from this phone right here, because I got some dope poems I've been writing, y'all. I got some dope poems for you guys, and I want to share it with you. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, I got to get ready to get some sleep, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to say thank you guys for kicking it right here late night on the live stream. God bless you guys, and I'll see you on the next one, man. I love y'all. Thank y'all for all love and support. God bless. Peace.